Usually every week I get here at least 10, if not 15, sometimes 20 minutes before our scheduled airtime.
They're going to call you on that at some point, because padding your time card like that is a very quick way of getting on the wrong side of the superiors.
But I don't fudge on the time card. I want
You said you show up like 20 minutes early, Roger. I see you every time you're already here.
I show up early, so I'm good and ready and settled into the studio, and when the time comes, when 6 past hits, I'm ready to roll. And I've noticed this, as soon as I got into the studio about 20 minutes ago, line 1 was lit up and on hold, and Armando tells me that this guy, because Armando was here before me, this guy has been on hold since like 20 minutes ago. He is ready to go. Line 1 has been on hold for he called well before the show even started.
Well, then I guess he'll have to be the first call then.
We'll
let him be the first one.
Is that right, Armando? It's line 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Line 1, what we can do is, Roger, what we'll do is we'll take the calls in, what do you call it?
Sequence.
No.
Order?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take them in the order that they can come in, and since that guy's number 1, and he's on line 1, so we can associate it with the line number.
And since we don't have any other calls right now.
Yeah. So we'll be fine.
And line 1 is it's a gentleman, right? It's a gentleman caller, Mr. Armando. It's a gentleman caller. Wonderful, excellent. Hello, sir. Welcome.
Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay.
I enjoy your program on the weekends. I really do.
I don't think we're on the weekends. Are we on the weekend? Roger?
No. I don't think we've ever, unless they're replaying those now. I don't think they are though.
But thanks anyway, though.
You're welcome.
Yeah. What's on your mind?
Anyway, doctor thinks I still do a lot of exercising. Of course, he said my cholesterol was down to 143, which is good,
Oh yeah, 143. It sounds good, I guess.
I know I'm going to keep it that way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Super.
I guess walking's good exercise, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. Hey, listen, Armando, did you screen these calls? Because this guy doesn't seem to know what he wants to talk about.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of walking. I'm going to keep it up, okay?
You must have had like a question or something when you called, right?
Well,
because if you don't have a question, you're just kind of wasting our time.
Since I've been walking, I guess I still stay on my, medication, right?
There you go.
What medication?
Cholesterol medication.
Well, you said you were like what did you say, 143?
Yes, 143. He said it's
so you're fine. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
All right, that's it. Hey, listen, Armando, when the callers call in, you need to make sure that they are prepared.
I just want to back up. You suggested to him to stop taking his cholesterol medication because his cholesterol was down to 143.
Yeah.
So
that seems low enough.
I'm thinking
you got to know when to say when.
Yeah, that's
just say no.
With a lot of things we do. Moderation is the key with a lot of things. But I'm thinking before he stops taking his medication.
You said stops twice. Roger, we are on, aren't we, Armando?
Right.
We should fix the light that tells us when we are on the air. The one, remember that light we used to have, that light?
Well, right. Well, I'm sure we can look into that after the show, but what I wanted to say is before the caller that we just had completely stops taking his medication, he should probably ask his doctor if that's a good idea.
Well, he's gone now. He's done. He hung up already, Roger.
Right. Right. Well, in case he's still listening, maybe before he stops taking his medication, he should, consult his doctor. That's all I'm saying. Maybe just call his office and find out if it's a good idea to just stop the medication altogether. That's all I'm wondering.
spaceship like the one he found me.
Tupakointi voi tappaa yli 20 eri tavalla. Kurkumko ja virsarakko syökuputken tulehdus. Thank you.
Before we get to the next call, though, I did want to share something with you that I came across on.
What we'll do is we'll take them in order, and since that last one was on line 1, we'll go to line 2. Armando, make sure line 2 is ready to go. Get them on. Talk to them.
As soon as we get that second call in, we'll take it. But while we wait for the second call to come in,
maybe the lights are burned out. We seem to have a problem with burned out bulbs in the studio, round here lately.
No one is calling, that's why they're dark.
Armando says that the bulbs are fine, we just don't have a second call yet. So what I thought I'd do...
Hey, call in!
Yes. In the meantime, while we wait for it takes a few seconds for the callers to dial.
Yeah.
I've got this interesting little piece of information.
Speed dial. It's much faster.
This tidbit that I found on the...
As evidenced in the name speed dial. It's faster than your regular dialing. Goes much faster. I tried racing it one time. I was not successful.
I was poking around at the library one afternoon, just trying to find some interesting things to talk about and to think about, and I came across this item here that I thought, my goodness, Mr. Biggs, he would be fascinated by this.
What are you doing? You're rooting through trash heaps.
No. They have internet computers down at the library. They've got 4 set. Well, the monitor's out on the 4th one, but they've got 4 computers set up from so you can go on the internet there. And I was poking around on internet one day, and I happened to I came across this tidbit that I just couldn't believe it. My mouth kind of just popped open.
Oh. You were demonstrating what happened to your mouth when you saw the thing.
My
because
jaw.
Hey, Roger, just a word of advice. This is a auditory medium.
He's talking about radio.
Sure. Yes. But when
you do something visually, like when you opened up your mouth, I can see fine.
Right.
I have no problem seeing it. I can tell that you were surprised and/or shocked at what you saw on the thing.
Well, suffice.
A lot of the people listening, though, I would say all of them,
let's just
had no idea that you had your mouth open. They didn't know. What you could do is you could tell people before you do it that you're about to do it. Say, I'm about to open up my mouth really wide, as if surprised and/or shocked, and then you can do it, and I can see it, and I can acknowledge he's doing it.
Well, suffice to say, I was surprised and/or shocked when I came across this.
But not enough to open up your mouth wide.
Well, my jaw dropped open when I saw it. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, the item that I came across it's a very short little item. And did you know, Mr. Biggs, that Dolly Parton once entered a Dolly Parton lookalike contest and lost? She did not win the contest. She entered the contest. They have those stars.
Those Dolly Parton contests.
Well, they're different lookalike contests. Elvis Presley.
She doesn't look anything like Elvis.
Ned Beatty contests where people, they hold contests to see who here at the place.
Oh, yeah, we had one of those over at Whiz Bangs.
Right.
Last summer we had the Adrian Zmed look-alike contest because, as you know, Adrian was in town for the Cilantro Festival, and he was not present at the contest, unfortunately, but we did have a good time, we had a great turnout, lots of people who looked remarkably similar.
I remember that. I was disappointed that Adrian Zmed was not there, but at this particular contest, the Dolly Parton look-alike contest, Dolly Parton was there, but apparently nobody knew that, so she entered the contest.
She liked the judge.
She entered the contest, but she didn't win it. Can you? I mean, just imagine.
She go through the wrong door or something. She didn't intend to enter the contest. Roger, tell the whole story.
Well, no, that is the contest. I mean, that is the story. Yeah. She entered the contest, and apparently nobody knew that it was her. So she entered the contest thinking, "Oh, I am Dolly Parton. This ought to be fun."
The contest. What did she put on the form? What, you like filling out fraudulent documents now? I mean, come on, you're talking about Dolly Parton, Roger. You're talking about America's sweetheart.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Take it back.
What do I take back? Well,
You implied that she was a forger and a liar and a miscreant and a grifter.
Right.
Out on the take, looking for contests to enter and win through nefarious means.
I just thought it was an interesting story.
That was the Roomba.
We got an old lady on line 3.
We do. We've. Hey, looky there. We've got that second call. She. It is a woman.
An old one.
It's a woman on line. Okay, she's not on line 2. Is that going to be okay? She's on line 3.
Well, we shouldn't take them out of order because we'll lose track.
Well, there is no other call. This would be the second call. Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, are you there?
Madeline, did you say?
Ma'am?
No, she said Marilyn. Yes, Marilyn, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 80 years old, and I've been a widow for 7 years. And I must tell you, I have anxiety attacks, which my blood pressure would go sky high.
You got to speak up, please.
And it was always near holidays of some kind.
So whenever holidays get near, you get all stressed out.
Right.
Well, yeah, see, that's what I'm feeling this morning. My blood pressure went up high. It might be a panic.
Well, it's either a panic attack or blood pressure, because sometimes high blood pressure can make somebody think that they're having a panic attack.
Oh, yeah, they know. It's not actually my high blood pressure. It's anxieties and depression, huh?
Oh, depression.
Oh, dear.
Excuse me?
I said depression. Are you taking meds for that, honey?
I haven't had any medication, but I haven't had any. But it always happens near holidays of some kind.
Right. On holiday.
Near holidays,
Oh.
and I don't even know that.
And you get stressed at Christmas.
Huh?
Christmas.
Yes.
And like Easter.
Yes.
You get stressed out and freaking out around St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
How about Labor Day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Even Halloween?
Right.
Oh, boy.
4th of July?
Mm-hmm.
Gee.
How about Lincoln's birthday?
Mm-hmm.
What did you do the last time that you got all freaky like that? Did you do something?
Yes. I called my daughter and I said, I have a panic attack. I know when I'm having. And I says, and I don't know why. And she says, you know what today is? And I said, no. She says, Daddy died today.
Oh. And now you get stressed out because he's gone.
My husband?
Yeah, because he's dead.
Oh, yes. And we were always together.
Yeah, and he's not around anymore. And now you're all by yourself on the holiday time.
Right.
But anyway.
So what do you do to calm yourself?
Huh?
What do you do to calm yourself down, honey, now that he's dead?
I don't want to say it because somebody will know.
Know what? I'm just asking what you do to calm down.
The last 6 months, I've been masturbating because it seemed that I've been having these thoughts like crazy.
No, what was that word?
Masturbate.
Ah! Roger!
I start thinking.
Did you dump that?
Did you
dump it? You can't say that, lady. Marilyn, listen. You could go on, but don't say that word anymore.
That one's out of bounds, then.
I started to masturbate, and when I'm masturbating,
no, you can't do that.
But it gives me relief.
No, but you can't say it on the radio.
And
You just don't say it again.
first one that I ever thought was nice. And
Did you dump that, Roger? Armando, did you dump it?
because I got the desire so badly, and I masturbated.
No!
But when I'm masturbating,
Armando, bleep that out.
But I was just wondering if...
Bleep it.
Yeah.
Hang up on her.
I think. Did you? So did she? Is she going to be okay then? Is she all right?
Well, yeah. I don't even know. I was a little bit thrown off by
I know
the salty language.
We've got a holiday approaching. She's going to be. Is she going to be okay? Do you think?
It's a good thing we dumped that because I do not want to be responsible for the station's license, the content this early in the morning.
Now,
children could be listening.
We've never really.
If you're listening, children, what you missed there was explicit discussion of a sexual nature. If you have any questions about what we cut out, go ask your parents or your parish priest.
If they have any questions, I think their school nurse could probably help them out.
Did you dump it or bleep it? Which one?
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to ask you about that because we've never been confronted to. Now, when you told me to dump it, I didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, you dump it. You dump out of it.
What? I think
you push the dump button. You dump it.
There's a
dump.
Dump
it.
There's a dump.
Did you did not dump it, did you?
Well,
Roger, look me in the eye. Tell me you dumped it.
I didn't even know what you meant. I didn't know was that.
Armando,
did you say there's a dump?
Armando, did you bleep it?
You're confusing.
You say there's a.
Did you bleep it?
You say there's a dump button.
Did you dump it or bleep it, Armando?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't think either of us know where this dump button is. Do you know, Armando? Do you know where the dump button is? Do you know?
Jeez.
Is there anything labeled dump?
There's a couple unlabeled buttons, but nothing that says dump.
When you dump something, though, give me an acknowledgement that you've done it. Don't just look at me blankly.
I don't think either.
What?
I don't think Armando or I knew what to do.
Have you never dumped before, Roger?
I can't say that I have. I don't think we've ever had anybody talk about masturbating.
Hey, Roger! Bleep that! Armando, bleep it! No, not me, him!
So you can't
have that standing by, because apparently it's going to be a problem today.
You can't say that, huh?
No, you can't. There are standards and practices, Roger. We have a community to serve, and we have to be careful that the community is not offended by the content.
Sue Johansson on Talk Sex talks about that and orals.
Roger.
Orals.
Roger.
All the on the oxygen. It's a good show.
This brings up the question, well, how much is too much? It's a subject many people feel uncomfortable with and don't talk about. Doesn't make you go crazy or blind, give you zits, put hair on your palms, warts on your hands, or make you sterile or weak. It becomes something to worry about when it develops into the main interest and activity of your life. If you don't develop any normal friendships or don't have a social life, it may indicate a serious problem. It's like watching television or eating. That's all you do. It shows you're having problems dealing with other parts of your life.
The email address, it remains bigscast at
gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
We get plenty of emails. I don't think we should ask for them anymore because, frankly, there's a lot of email in that inbox. I mean, there's at least 20 in there. 20 emails. they just stack up.
I think we've got room for hundreds, really.
I don't have time to go through them all.
That's what I do.
There's damn near 20 emails in there. Hey, bleep that. Yeah.
But I've got one now. Do we have time to go through this one?
Sure.
All right. Let's do it.
I love email. I love it.
It's good stuff. bigscast@gmail.com. This one, this is from Leonard in Flatwood. Mr. Biggs, he writes, all too frequently when I try to make coffee in the break room where I work, we are out of coffee filters. I don't know if we understock them, if people steal them or what, but when I want my coffee, I've got to have my coffee. So I improvise. In place of regular coffee filters, I've tried using paper towels, napkins, toilet paper, anything that's paper-like and porous, I've tried.
Yeah. Come on, moving along.
The results have been mixed and unpredictable. So, Mr. Biggs, what do you think? When there are no coffee filters in the break room, what would be a good substitute?
Be succinct. That's what I say. I say get to your point quickly.
Leonard in Flatwood wants to know what you can use
An economy of words, Leonard. You got to wrap up your idea in like 5 seconds or less. Otherwise, I don't have any idea.
I thought that
What is it that he wants?
If there are no
I stopped listening.
If there are no coffee filters in the break room, what can you use as a substitute for the coffee filters?
Buy your own coffee filters, you cheapskates. What is this, a charity they're running there? It's a business. They are not required to provide you with coffee drinks. Speaking of which, I could use a little refill.
That's good advice for Leonard in Flatwood, I think.
Hold on, let me get the last bit.
The problem with that advice, of course, is that doesn't really. I mean, that'll help them the next time they want to make coffee. But what would be a good substitute to use in place of if there are no coffee filters? He says he's tried the toilet paper and all of that stuff.
Toilet paper is made to degrade in a moist environment, so that in the septic tank it's going to fall apart and it won't clog up the works. And it's going to fall apart the second that hot water hits it. Don't use toilet paper in the coffee machine. Come on, use your head, Roger.
So, a good, in a pinch.
In a pinch, you could use like another piece of like a cloth or something. Like you can use like a sock, like a cotton sock. You can you can pour the coffee in. You tie it up in a knot,
right, to
keep the coffee in. Throw that in there, and that'll be fine. That'll be fine. The cotton fibers will let the water through the coffee, and we'll let it filter down into the carafe.
Well, that seems like a pretty good idea. That seems like a pretty good substitute. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest that a lot of kitchens don't really have any socks in the cupboards. They're not gonna have any.
They didn't say there were socks in the cupboards.
Right, but you're saying he could use a sock, but I don't think he can. I don't think he's going to open up a drawer and find a sock.
Well, of course he's not going to open up a drawer and find a sock, Roger. What kind of stupidness is that? Just use a sock. Everyone's got socks, Roger. Everybody does.
Well, you just.
It's unhygienic not to use them.
I mean, if you thought to bring an extra sock for the coffee,
you just take one off. You take one off your foot. You throw it in there. Put some coffee in. The hot water will sterilize it. No one will be the wiser. Hot, fresh, piping hot, fresh coffee from your tube sock.
So any kind of perspiration or any kind of
the hot water will just negate all of that, and the coffee will help mask the taste and smell and mouthfeel. That may be residual, in the liquid.
It won't be.
You may want to throw in an extra package of coffee, to give yourself some wiggle room. Insurance.
You won't have a sake flavored brew.
Multitaskers, I call them.
You call this socks?
Sure.
Are multitaskers?
Yeah. Socks are good for all kinds of things.
I just don't know.
For example, socks are great for wearing on your hands when you got to handle something hot. They're great for entertaining children. They're great for making coffee if you don't have a filter. You can just put some coffee in there.
So there's
Put it in the coffee machine.
So what you're saying is our socks are just good to have around?
You can tie them together, several of them, and fashion a sort of makeshift dog toy with which to play tug of war, which dogs they love. I found they love it.
No, you're not going to want to use any of those socks as a coffee filter.
Well, you've tied them up and you've used them as a dog toy, Roger.
Because the dogs, the saliva from the dogs would get. You wouldn't. That would
Next
be
call.
It's just that I knew
the right. If this is okay, call the second call was
one
on
of those flavored creamers. This is flavored. This is what? This is.
I think they just have the hazelnut. Is that what you've got?
I love hazelnut. I have never seen a hazelnut. I would like to. I'd like to know what it is I'm tasting because it tastes wonderful in coffee form.
My grandmother used to call hazelnuts. What she called them were nigger toes.
Did you dump that?
What?
Did you bleep it?
Yeah, I think.
Armando says that if it's a little confusing, but he says as you know, the second call came in line 3, and now the third call is on line 2. Is that going to be a problem?
No.
Okay, he's ready.
Hello, caller. Welcome.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Fine.
I had a situation probably, when I was like 19, 20. I worked in a warehouse, and a bunch of young guys were all working in there, and there was the same guy, like a rank smell all the time, and we were being young guys, we'd call him Stinky, and make jokes, and
that's great. You're making fun of the stinky guy,
and he just took it and smiled. And
calling him Stinky, it's like, hey, what's going on, Mr. Smelly?
And so
every place has got a guy like that stinks. Yeah, every place does. Every place that I've worked has had a guy that is unusually aromatic.
Stinky.
he has a colostomy bag.
What? Are you talking about one of those bags that you poop in?
Yeah.
Well, that's not funny.
I know.
You shouldn't make fun. Why were you laughing at him?
I don't know, but I mean, it was awful. I mean, it was.
Yeah, because the guy had to poop in a pooping bag.
Okay.
Do you even know why people have to use those things?
Yeah.
It's because their bottoms are broken. I mean, I'm sure if he could poop the normal way, he probably would have.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah. Stink was nothing that he could help.
No, I can still remember it. I mean, on hot days in the summer, it was awful.
Okay, hey, thanks for the call. Hang up. That's enough of that. I've had enough of that. What is it with the calls today?
Should we dump that?
No, don't dump it. No, it's more of a. It was repugnant. It was not obscene or offensive. It was repugnant. It was antisocial behavior, and I will not have that. I do not approve of that kind of behavior. The man could not help his condition.
Those bags, they're made out of, is that like a plastic or is that like more of a silicone?
It's like a polyurethane blend. It's very pliable. It's amazing. You could repurpose those things. Talk about your multitaskers, Roger. Those are great for watering houseplants. Put the tube in.
The colostomy bag.
Do not make fun. And if you're going to borrow one of their bags, make sure that they are done with it. And ask nicely. But do not ask them to clean the bag for you.
Yeah, you're going to want to rinse that out before you water the ferns.
Yeah. Swinging it around my head. Centrifuge. Pressure testing. Under heat and stress. I know these are words you don't understand. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. I'm just talking out loud.
There's a guy on the line that says Mr. Biggs told him to call.
Armando says that I'm not.
His name's Ralph.
I don't follow this.
Good.
The next guy is somebody.
Not a moment too soon.
This is somebody you know.
Yeah, I told him to call in. I believe you know him too. You know Ralph, right?
Ralph is your neighbor, Ralph.
Yeah. He's going through a little problem here. He's had some difficulty.
What happened?
Told him to call in. Well, hold on, Roger. Just hold it.
Is he on right?
Jeez.
Ralph, hello. Welcome to the show.
Glad to be here, guys. What can I do for you?
Well, I heard you had a tragedy, and I just wanted to know how you're doing.
I'm doing fine. Excellent.
Because I know Rusty was in your family for a very long time.
Well,
and he was just great. He was always fun-loving. He lived life to the fullest.
Oh, yeah. I would say he, if anybody did, he did. I'd say he very much practiced what he preached.
Yeah. And there is no doubt that he loved you very much, Ralph.
Yes, I believe that.
Now, if this is all too soon, I'm very sorry, but I was just wondering, when you found out what happened, I can't even imagine. What did you do?
I wasn't surprised. My wife, neither one was surprised, because she's the one first alerted me, and she told me, she said, if he doesn't lose that weight, he's not going to be around very long. And she was right.
Yeah, because he was huge. I mean, when you looked at him.
Well,
for his height is what I'm talking about. You think that he would be lean and sleek.
Yeah, he had some battles with his health, but you got to understand they were all weight related. The first complications you have are usually going to be weight related.
Sure.
I told him he was going to die just a couple of years ago. I said,
really?
You're 70 years old and you weigh almost 400 pounds. You can't carry that amount of weight at your age.
So he was 70? Oh, you're talking dog years?
Yes.
And by 400 pounds, you're talking like dog pounds. Not like the animal shelter, but like dog pounds.
Oh, yeah. I just shrugged his shoulders,
Yeah. He was a good dog, though. And you and Miriam, you two gave him a wonderful home. You gave him everything he ever wanted, toys and snacks.
Well, I don't think I was just disappointed, mainly because I think I knew what was responsible for his death, and I hate to see Roger, allow their health to get in that kind of shape.
Yeah. It's natural to blame yourself, though, but what you've got to do is you got to focus on his life,
I believe we're going to have them. You got to understand now, there's a dichotomy whether you really have to have a certain amount of respect for.
Sure.
And that is, he can be the best intentions, and they could be flawed, but I learned to accept that from him in later years. And
well, you knew that he was fat, and you would tell him all the time, and I could tell he would be listening. I'm pretty sure, and he knew he was big. And as long as you expressed that to him, you expressed your concerns. I mean, you did you did all that you could.
Like I said, he knew what I was selling, but I knew what he was.
Yeah.
But he needed the flock to contribute to his endeavors, and
right.
But I think, on the other hand,
listen, Ralph, I'm sorry, we got to get going. We got to wrap the show up. But listen, I know last time I cut you off, you got all sore with me. But
no, I got over that.
But I hope you guys get through this. And do me a favor, tell Miriam that she's still got it. Thanks for calling. Hope you're going to be okay.
That's Ralph. He's across the street and about 2 doors up.
2 doors down.
Yeah. So Rusty was an Irish setter. Is that right?
Well, I mean, he wasn't from Ireland.
No, well, that's just the name of the.
He was born in Kensington.
That's the name. What I'm getting at is you had mentioned that normally those breeds are pretty sleek, but that was not the case with Rusty.
No,
so
he was huge. Well, you got to understand, Ralph was constantly shoving snacks down the dog's mouth. I mean, it's no wonder the dog was enormous.
He had a bit of a weight problem, and
he had a bit of a owner feeding him way too many sausage problem is what he had. But you don't tell him that because they're mourning, Roger. You don't be rude.
He basically fed Rusty to death.
Sure did. They'll get another bitch. Don't worry, they'll be fine.
Did Armando did he dump that? Should we dump that?
Dump what? Where?
You are about to hear one of the most popular voices on radio and television. And some delightful dinner music is on the reverse side, which we also hope you will enjoy. Today, we bought a home. Highly unique for a member of the plumbing industry, the cover jacket will give you all the details. Again, today we bought a home. Thank you.
You got something going on this Thursday night at Whiz Bangs? We
sure do. Come on down. Do the thing first, Roger. Do it.
Whiz Bangs at Phillips and Mountain downtown, where the fun never ends and the party's never ending.
We're looking forward to you joining us this Thursday night at Whiz Bangs, and this Thursday night the doors will open at 9. It will definitely be the place to be. So come on and dress to impress, because the dress code will be strictly enforced at the door. We'll have drink specials all night long. And we'll have DJ Sean Welms. He's spinning the stacks of wax. Deep house, trance, and techno, house, old school. And we're not going to do any hip-hop or rap, though. No hip-hop or rap. That's out.
Just the hot jams.
Well, yeah, like the hot music of today. So if any of you college kids are listening, come on out with your money, and have your money ready at the door at Whiz Bangs this Thursday night.
It's nothing really special.
We got a DJ this week, Roger. DJ Sean Welms. He does have a smoke machine, Roger. He does. So we will not be lacking smoke this week.
No, that's not really literally smoke. They use some sort of
it's glycerin. Heats it to boiling. It flashes. From a liquid state. Immediately to a gaseous state, and it spits out molten red hot, little tiny globules of oil, and it gets all over everything, and the smell gets in your clothes and in your hair, and it's disgusting.
But it's not smoke, though.
No, it's glycerin. It's a glycerin fog.
This Thursday night.
Whiz Bangs. Corner of Phillips and... Do it.
Phillips and Mountain downtown, where the fun never ends and the party's never ending.
Great job, Roger. That's the enthusiasm we're looking for.
My pleasure.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You got the job.
as long as I don't stink. Don't have a funny smell coming off of me, and I don't have smell like, You're
talking about the fog.
Sulfur.
What? No.
Or my poo.
It's glycerin. Roger.
Happy ending.